A24 has a new horror movie. Thriller? Mystery? Comedy? Maybe horror mixed with all that, right? Okay, alright, that's fair. John Malkovich is like a weirdo who lives like out in the woods, sort of like a Prince with like Minnesota or something. And he hasn't made an album in 30 years, and now he's sending like requests so like these critics can listen to his latest album. So it becomes like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like, oh, golden ticket, and you get to see him and how the Oompa Loompas live. But these Oompa Loompas are grown adults and they're just a cult. And then they do weird shit like search for oysters and serve blue lobster. So they like spray paint their food. And then they mention, hey, have you shaved your pubes? And it's like, why I gotta shave my pubes? Well, everyone's gotta shave their pubes if you want to meet this guy. Like, why? Like, oh, it's for the freak off sex parties that we're gonna be having. And if it was someone like, I don't know, Dua Lipa or something, like, all right, goodbye pubes. I got the, give me those clippers. But it doesn't even come into play at all. He invited all these critics here because they wrote something bad about him in the past, and he's a celebrity and very petty. Petty enough to kill them all. And they start dying one by one. One actually gets killed off screen. They chop his head off, and you see it later. Another girl, she gets poisoned, and you find her in a beanbag chair, and her face is all swelled up. Juliette Lewis gets her scalp ripped off, and mostly everybody else got stabbed. Yeah, I think they gave her like a new hair, so they weaved it in, and they weaved it in so good they're able to rip it off. Ayo was playing the final girl, and she had some fight in her. She uppercut a couple of fools, got out of that room where they had this whole puppet show. Everybody was getting stabbed. They chased her to John Malkovich's like birthplace they have on the compound. She's able to beat a couple of fools up and get on a bike and drive the hell out of there. And when she got to the fence at the beginning, she hijacked somebody's car. She got the cops. The cops came back. They stormed the compound, found him there with the dead bodies, arrested him for those murders, and the cult members just scattered around the country, and I guess they're waiting for a sign for him to strike. He's like Charles Manson or something like that. Or maybe they're hoping for a sequel, and I don't think it's good enough to get one, so I don't know. He's just alive in prison being a crazy, like, Hannibal Lecter guy. He was great as a villain, but I prefer his Con Air, Cyrus the Virus, so maybe just watch this one once.